Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your national television ORTM1. This is the time of your English program of every Saturday and Sunday. First, the main headlines. Let's go for Okobanya 9th edition. The cultural event is launched this week by the Prime Minister Dr. Shokel Kokala Maiga. This year, the theme focuses on the contribution of indigenous institutions and mechanisms in the overhaul of public governance in Mali. Okobanya is a whole week with the Bois community as guests of honor. Mali and its partners, the World Bank, review the implementation of a project. The meeting assesses the performance of the bank's portfolio, an opportunity for both parties to propose strategies to reduce the factors that hinder the implementation of a project. CAN Ivory Coast 2023. On the third and final day of group matches, Mali and Namibia drew 0 goals everywhere. As a result, Mali remains at the head of the group with 5 points. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to ORTM News. The color of Okobanya Cultural Festival are given this week. This is the 9th edition focused on the contribution of indigenous institutions and mechanisms in the overhaul of public governance in Mali. The Bois community is the guest of honor at this cultural event, which will last a week. Alpha Maiga and Angel Dambele for more details.
9 years ago, Dogon community organized Ogobanyan Festival on the banks of the Niger River. This year, Ogobanyan takes place in the situation where every Malian supported our armies. Ogobanyan Festival, organized by the Gina Dogon Association since 2016 in Bamako, is intended to be a strategic response to preserve Dogon heritage. So this 2024 film dwells on the contribution of endogenous institutions and mechanisms in the reconstruction of public governance in Mali. Despite all the financial and security difficulties, Ogobanyan Festival still taking place. The technical and financial partners are there to support the festival, but also to support Mali. The Republic of Guinea is also there for the advertising of their culture. The guest of honor is Boa people, a loyal people. The Dogon community is proud to emphasize that the Ogobanyan Festival is supported by a team of volunteers proudly representing the ethnic diversity of Mali while contributing peacefully to social unity through the culture.
The head of government, Dr. Shokel Kokala Maiga, received 2 Malian creators. The first is a perpetrator in the second made utility modification to him on a Jakarta motorcycle. Detail with Alsen Touré and Gassou Diarra for more details.
Fasine Koulibaly manufactures puppets. He is from Ségou. He uses his art to represent the culture of our country around the world. Therefore, he has just won an international prize in his field in Tunisia. Fasine Koulibaly spoke. I'm very happy today to honor my big country, Maliba. Mali has been celebrated, honored, and recognized in Tunis during a theatrical festival. I have been in Tunis to take part in the theatrical festival, which took place 40 years ago. We have celebrated the 54th edition. We have celebrated the theatrical day of Carthage. I want to say every 10 years, the jury comes from different countries to assess the level of artists and group of artists. The festival took place from 2 to 4th June. My country won a prize from me. I dedicate this prize to my country. The puppets are very important for me. After that, a young boy, Aljuma Konate, came to show his prize to the Prime Minister. This young boy, Aljuma Konate, is very intelligent and talented. His inventions are many, especially he manufactures a telephone system on motorcycle Jakarta, which allows the drivers of Jakarta not phone when they are driving. This talented young boy honor Mali through his inventions and talents. As for Prime Minister Dr. Shogal Kogala Maiga, he thanked both for honoring our country. In fact, Prime Minister Dr. Shogal Kogala Maiga encourages innovation, technology, and invention in our country.
The work of the third summit of the Group 77 plus China and the 19th summit of the non-aligned movement in Kampala, Uganda, has come to an end. Mali was represented by the Minister of State and his Foreign Affairs colleague. He reports Garibou Peru and Angel Dambele for the translation.
Group 77 and China Uganda now led this organization. With the globalization, the group's architects are creating means that of leaving no one behind. President Yoweri Museveni, as soon as he was chosen, established in his agenda a bridge between wealthy and emerging countries. Cooperation must be based on fundamental principles. For Malian Minister of State, Colonel Abdoulaye Maiga, the time is no longer for speeches but for the implementation of commitments. The head of the Malian delegation is ready to cooperate with all partners. He nevertheless addressed the needs to rebuild the architecture of certain national institutions. There is no development without security. Aware of this, Mali is fighting against terrorists and their partners. The Group 77 and China has 134 member countries. It represents 80% of the world's population and 40% of GDP. Strong recommendations were made at the end of the work. These recommendations declared the ambitions of member states in response to the needs of their people.
Strengthening parliamentary diplomacy between Mali and Burkina Faso. A delegation from the National Transitional Council has been in Ouagadougou. This mission follows that carried out in Mali in August 2023 by a delegation from the Transitional Legislative Assembly of Burkina Faso. The two parliaments want to maintain the dynamic started in Bamako with a view to meeting the aspiration of the two peoples. The issue of this visit with Bourama Traoré and Gassou Diarra for the translation.
The delegation of High Council of Transition left Mali for Burkina Faso. They have come to share experiences and also to work in collaboration with the colleagues of Burkina Faso. The High Council of Transition of Burkina Faso invited Malian High Council of Transition to share together experiences. The head of delegation spoke. We do it in the context of the creation of alien Sahelian states, which constitute the law of the implementation of Litako Gourma. This alliance, which translates the will of people of the three countries, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. Our parliament's role, we have come to share our experience with you and also to see what we can do in order to help this institution of alien states. Our experts and our ministers of alliance Sahelian states, Rakitala and delegation are very happy to pay a visit, and also they pay tribute to Malian soldiers and the soldiers of Burkina Faso who have been dead. They have fought themselves day by day against terrorists. Time has come for us to thank Malian Army Forces and Defense and also the Army Forces and Defense of Burkina Faso. The two Army Forces and Defense have defended their countries. Again, they stand up for bringing security in the country. This visit has been an opportunity for Malian Parliament to work in collaboration with the Parliament of Burkina Faso.
Journal review of the performance of the portfolio of projects financed by the World Bank in Mali. This meeting provided an opportunity to take stock of the factors that hinder the implementation of projects in order to develop strategy to improve the performance of the bank's portfolio. Report Mamadou Fane and Ramata Ali Gise for more details.
The 2024 edition of the World Bank Portfolio Review in Mali took place on January 18 and 19 around the theme, improving the sustainability of the result of World Bank operations in Mali. This review was held in a context marked for consolidation of the portfolio, mainly national. This 2024 exercise aims to improve project performance in order to achieve better results in poverty reduction. Indeed, the 2 days of exercise consist of taking stock of the current performance of the World Bank portfolio in Mali, identifying the factors that hinder the implementation of projects in order to agree on actions likely to improve the quality and portfolio performance, check the alignment of the portfolio with national strategies and priorities, in particular the consideration of issues of fragility, violence, and conflicts as agreed within the framework of the allocation for prevention and resilience.
The Bamako Military Tribunal has just held its first hearing for the 2024. On the table, 5 files: phone theft, scams, and even gujanking are among other facts which will be judged during this hearing. For more details, let's listen to Colonel Soumaïla Bakayogo, prosecutor of the Military Tribunal of Bamako, at the microphone of Bokar Bablen Touré, translated here by Ramata Ali Gise.
Today we have 5 affairs on the docket which concern 5 soldiers. They appear to answer for offenses such as theft, concert firing, use of forgery and fraud, violation of military orders, and diversion of weapons. All these acts are offenses punishable by the Code of Military Justice and the Penal Code. The fate reserved for these different cases will depend on their judgment before the court. If found guilty, they face up to 2 years in prison. It is really important that military personnel receive a fair, just, and timely trial. The military court will ensure that all necessary guarantees are provided to preserve their rights. They have the right to a lawyer and a fair trial within a reasonable time.
CAN Ivory Coast 2023 on the third and final day of group matches, Mali and Namibia drew 0 goal everywhere. In the other Group E meeting, no winner between Tunisia and South Africa. As a result, Mali remains at the head of the group with 5 points. Also qualified from Group E are South Africa and Namibia. Ivory Coast also joined the qualifiers following Morocco's victory. Mali will play the round of 16 with Burkina Faso next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Well done to Eagles. And that puts at its end Mali news, but stay with us for the lesson of the week, a lesson prepared by Awa DIARRA. Follow.
Okay, we are here, to teach a lesson. The lesson is about, either or, neither nor. Okay, it depends on the pronunciation. It is possible to pronounce either or, neither nor, as it is possible to pronounce either or, neither nor. This is 2 expressions. Either or is an expression, neither nor also is an expression. Okay, you want to know how to use either or in a sentence or neither nor in a sentence. Okay, we have 3 ways, to make a sentence with either or, neither nor. Okay, you see,
On the blackboard, I write A, either or, and I want to show you the first way to make a sentence with either or. Okay, if you want to make a sentence with either or, at first you use either, after either, the verb, okay, or plus verb. Okay, this is the first example. To go to the office, you can either take a taxi or go on foot. Okay, you see either, after either, you see the verb. Okay, or, after or, you see the verb.